know what time it is.
You know what it is.
Welcome to the Culture Podcast.
Welcome to the Culture Podcast. A podcast inspired by and representing for the culture.
Just been a fan of the culture and the authenticness of it.
Everything from hip-hop.
What's up, y'all? This is J. Cole.
Yo, it's Ice Spice.
It's Kendrick Lamar.
It's the baby.
Sports.
Mahomes looking to flip, takes it in for the touchdown.
Urban life.
It's heat up right now.
And everything in between.
Let's go.
The show starts now with your hosts, Jeff and Anthony.
Yo, we here, man. We here. What's good?
It's good, nigga. I'm exhausted. Fucking you, what's good?
Tell the people why we ain't record over the weekend, man. What you was up to?
Well, we recorded weekends. I was at the fucking Roots picnic. That shit was fuego.
The Roots picnic, B. You went to both days, huh?
Now, yeah, so okay. So, day one, I really stuck around to see Lauryn Hill's performance.
She was the main event for day one.
Yeah. And she wasn't that great, if I'm going to be honest with you.
It's a sad shame.
But at the end, they brought out the Fugees.
Wait, who? Wait a minute. You ain't tell me that part.
Oh, yeah, because I'm going to leave that for the show, my nigga. So at the end, they bring out all of them. They bring out Praz and they bring out Wyclef.
Wait a minute. Does she introduce them? Were all three on stage at the same time?
All three on stage at the same time.
Did they interact? Did they hug and kiss?
Yes.
Get the fuck out of here.
Yes.
And Praz, people weren't chanting shit at Praz like, yo, you going to jail.
I mean, that's why when you think about it, it might be the last performance because, he going to the Bing. You might not be around no time soon. I don't know how that's going to go. So, like, the thing, like, you saw one of their last performances before, he go to jail for maybe 8 to 10 years. And I don't know if they really want to do this shit in, like, 8 to 10 years. Who knows?
All right, so go on, man. Let's get back to the concert. So, she finishes a bunch of songs, and then she brings out Praz and Wyclef.
Yes.
And I'm assuming they do Ready or Not.
They do Ready or Not. They do Fuji a lot, and they do...
Killing Me Softly?
Yeah, those three.
And people went crazy.
Oh, they lost their mind.
Did they play them, like, correct? Like, the original beats and everything?
Yes.
Word? Damn.
Yes.
I would have loved to be there.
That's a lie. They didn't play the original beats. They couldn't play the original beats because the original beats was played by the Roots. So back in they were the background band.
Oh, the Roots was playing all the beats to all the songs?
They were the background band for that part. So, Quest and everyone else came out and they did their thing. And they did the whole reimagination of the beat and everything else. It was fantastic.
That's what's up.
They had State Property Reunion.
That was on Saturday.
Mm-hmm. All of them. It was good to see him. Beans went through his health issues.
They look washed. They look all washed as hell, huh?
Free basically, like, he has this gigantic, like, you see his arm, like, it's a big vein. Like, they took it out of his leg and put it in his arm to help with, like, blood flow, something else like that. Beans got one lung because of the shit he went through. I mean, they look older, but I mean, I'm not going to bag on it. But it was good to see him. Like, that's some Philly shit, so Philly crowd went wild for that.
Random question. Was Jimmy Fallon there?
He might have been. I didn't see him. Like, that Saturday, I saw fucking Jermaine Dupri and Usher just riding around in, like, a little cart. And they had a little cabana and shit, like, watching the shows and had security around them. Like, all right, that's pretty cool.
I'm in a cabana.
Mm-hmm. So,
all right, so that was Saturday. What was Sunday?
Sunday when I got there, Ari Lennox was, well, let me rewind that. City Girls was performing, and that was not my crowd. I'm just like, all right, y'all can have this. This is for the young ratchets out there in the world. Which, no complaints, because, I mean, if that's y'all bag, that's y'all bag. Ari Lennox came on after her. Ari can sing her ass off, so that was good. So I was really waiting for the last part, was the J Period mixtape. So, Black Thought does it every year. Comes out, has verses over certain songs, and brings out 2 special guests. The first one was Busta. It was him and Spliff. He did everything. He did that Look At Me Now verse. I recorded that. He did Dangerous. He did the joint from with him and Mariah Carey. Mariah wasn't there, so let's not get it fucked up. He did all the shit you would think you would get from him. He goes off stage, and then Eve comes out, and everybody loses their mind. She does all her Eve shit. She does the Hot Boys remix. Shit, pretty much all of her hits. I'm not even gonna lie to you.
She did the shit with Gwen Stefani.
Yeah, she did the verse for it. Yeah, and And then when it got to the part, everyone was singing that. It took a while to hit me in, and I'm gonna take my time. But they push it in your ear and let me blow. They sang that shit word for word. So that started at about 7:15. Usher was at 9:15. But the live mixtape ends around 8:15. I'm like, well, fuck. I got a whole hour. But it got so crowded, like people were trying to see the show, I didn't move where I was at. Like, I pretty much stayed around and shuffled around with people at. I was thirsty. I had to pee. I've been standing, since like 4 o'clock. My fucking ankles was killing me. Everything was sore. But everybody had a good time. I swear to God, I didn't move at all. The only thing that saved me is a dude that was, I guess, one of the vendors there. He was selling like alcoholic seltzers, like tall boy can in a Heineken. And he was like, how much? He said 14. I said, I'll pay.
Damn, how many ounces was that?
The tall boy, like the 24 ounce. I didn't get it for way cheaper than that.
I mean, I guess that's like what? That's probably like three, four bottles right there.
I'm like, dog, I'm thirsty, son. I don't give a shit what it is. I got this shit like this is close as water I'm gonna get.
That's actually not a bad deal.
Not shit. Maybe. Who gives a shit?
But
Usher, then you got Usher.
Usher got his thing. He did his thing.
USHERRAYMOND. Yes.
He
did all of his hits. He did. All right, so he did all of his hits, and it's a 4-minute recording I got. It's hard to upload, but I'm gonna try to find it. So you know how to roost "You Got Me" that song. So Black Thought comes out. He's performing that part.
Does Erykah Badu come out?
No.
Okay.
Jasmine Sullivan comes out.
She did her parts?
Yeah, Jasmine Sullivan did the singing parts. And Usher was out there too. And then, like say, Eve's there, so Eve did her rap part on it too. So like, oh man, it's good to see all this shit. Usher had a wardrobe train where he was wearing like black leather, then he was wearing red leather.
Oh shit.
So basically any song that you would think of that Usher would have done, he did it. You don't have to call Confessions, You Got It Bad, Good Kisser. The thing, like, it's weird because I have titles. So when you put in Usher, they usually put the songs like whichever is the most played, and Superstar is always number 1. They put that shit on. Them niggas lost they fucking mind, boy. They're like, oh my Superstar! And they're doing like the little wailing and shit in the beginning. Like, all right, man, okay, all right. And I wasn't even frustrated. It was kind of fun. The funny part, it was like, it was this old lady. Let's say I'm here. She's about maybe 2 feet in front of me, right? I took a picture of the back of her head. That's how close she was. She had to be like early 60s, right? She reaches into her bra and pulls out the blizzy. And she just starts lighting up.
Oh, shit.
But I can't move. So I'm like, fuck. And like, and she was hitting it hard. Like, I mean, like...
I mean, I bet there was a lot of it going on.
Tons. It was like a fucking Cheech and Chong concert. It was smoke everywhere. Which is fine, but it's like, you want to enjoy yourself and there's just weed everywhere. But
it's legal in PA, right?
But it's so many goddamn people, you're going to try to arrest everybody. Right. It don't make a whole lot of sense. But I mean, I wasn't going to argue about it. I'm like, it is what it is. Like, you in an open air thing, people going to smoke. So she hits the blunt hard than a motherfucker. And then like somebody to her left asked her a question, like somebody she was with, she was like, girl, I started choking. And I just looked at her like, see, Nana, see, you can't hit it and talk. You got to finish, exhale, then get your words out. She trying to be like mid-smoke, mid-pool, trying to be all cool, like it's the 70s or some shit. And she trying to get it out. I thought she was going to like gag out. Everyone else around me laughing. They was laughing at me because what I said to her, like, you can't hit the shit and all of a sudden start talking. You got to hit it, marinate, exhale, get your words out. She's trying to do 2 things at once. You can't do that. And she's sitting there hiding the motherfucker. It was like before the Usher show started, she's trying to call her friend, like, girl, I'm over here. And she turns the light on and raises the phone. I'm like, it's 30,000 people in this fucking park. She not gonna see this fucking phone. Like, let this go. Gotta stop doing drugs, Nana. But all in all, it was an awesome time. I don't know if I will go back next year. It's not anything against it. It's more like, because even when I was talking to people at the job, they were like, oh man, you want to go see Usher? I'm like, yeah. They're like, man, because I've been trying to go to Vegas to see Usher. I'm like, all right, man, could you have sacrificed like your feet and ankles for like a couple of hours to stand in the park and watch Usher? Or are you going to catch a flight to Las Vegas, get yourself a hotel room, buy $250 tickets and watch him perform? I said, this is a fucking easy deal for me. Of course I would have went down to Philly for that shit. It's easy money. He's not coming back next year because this is the second time he's ever headlined. No one else has ever headlined twice. He's done it. I guess because of the shit with Puff. But that Puff thing is interesting too. He's only second person ever headlined the Roos thing, and I don't know if there's anyone out there that I would be excited to go stand and see next year, if that makes any sense. Because I mean, they're great artists, but I don't see Beyonce doing that. I'm not saying that she wouldn't. I'm just saying it'd be highly unlikely, or somebody you really, really, really want to see. Let me lie. Let me stop lying. If they could somehow get Kendrick, I'd go. 1,000%. If they could somehow get Kendrick, I'd go. But outside of that, no.
But I didn't go to that, but you know where I am going. On Friday, August 11th, on the day it all began.
That shit should start at 4:30, dog.
In the Bronx, New York, where it all started, at Yankee Stadium. No, doors open at 4:30. The shit starts at 6 p.m. Hip Hop 50th Anniversary Live. Presented by Ciroc, Google Pixel, Live Nation, and Mass Appeal. I'm going to that shit. Tickets go on sale Thursday. A few days from now. And remember I mentioned it before, but they hadn't released the lineup. The lineups was released today. And you mind if I read it off to you?
I ain't gonna hold you. Go ahead, get down.
Hip Hop's 50th Anniversary live at Yankee Stadium, featuring Run DMC, Snoop Dogg, Lil Wayne, Ice Cube, with surprise guests.
I hate that shit.
So I'm assuming, I don't know. I can't expect somebody like Dre and them type of people to show up, but we can wish, we can hope.
Mm-hmm.
Then we have the Queens of Hip Hop set. Eve, which you just mentioned before. Lil Kim, Remy Ma, and Trina, and then it says, and more. But those are the four headliners for the Queen of Hip Hop set. I would have loved to see like fucking Lauren pop out, you know what I mean? But whatever.
Trina can go. Go ahead. Yeah. I'm looking at line. I'm gonna break this down, but yeah, like Trina can go. All right, cool.
Then they have performing live. T.I. Okay. Fat Joe.
He was at the picnic, but he was on the stage. I couldn't see him, but he was there. Though.
I mean, he's from the Bronx, so you figure he'll be there.
Of course.
Common. ASAP Ferg. I could do without him. EPMD. Ghostface Killer. I guess he's the only Wu-Tang member that's going to probably show up. He's the only one ain't doing shit right now. Lupe Fiasco. Slick Rick.
Mm-hmm.
Then they have a Pillars of Hip Hop set featuring DJ Kool Herc. You know he has to be there.
Mm-hmm.
Cindy Campbell.
Mm-hmm.
Is Cindy Campbell, what is she related to him? That's his daughter, his sister? Fuck is she?
We'll get to it.
All right.
You said that's his daughter?
Because when I saw Cindy Campbell, I'm like, all right, she must be related to Clive Campbell. Then we have Grandmaster Caz, Curtis Blow. These are pioneers. Melly Mel, Roxanne Shante, Scorpio, and the Sugar Hill Gang. And then it says, and more. I would have loved to see KRS's name on there. I would have loved to see Rakim's name on there. Maybe they'll pop out. I'm assuming.
But that's the whole thing. They shouldn't be the and more. They should be on there.
That's what I'm saying. Their name should be on there. But okay. Because maybe they're not. These are the people that are probably already committed. Maybe they're still trying to get others. And, haven't been able to. I don't know. Then it says there is a legendary DJ sets. There is Battle Cat, Clark Kent, Manny Fresh, and Marley Marl. I would have liked to see
Premier, something like that.
Premier on there, and I would have loved to see Jazzy Jeff's name on there. But maybe they'll make a guest appearance. Who knows?
But okay, all right. So let's look at this.
Those are all the names that are on the banner here.
So doors open at 4:30. Show starts at 6.
Correct. I'm going. It says tickets start at $50, and in real small fine print it says $50 tickets and up. Real small it says and up, because I was under the impression that all tickets were going to be $50.
That's what you were saying, because we were trying to do the math. I'm like, that's not calculable. We have all these people. I said 50,000 people at $50 each is $2.5 million. $2.5 million, right? You might have to just pay Wayne to show up.
Right. And that's why we're not going to see any other members of Wu-Tang. That's why we're not going to see Nas. We're not going to see Jay-Z. We're not going to see LL. We're not going to see Lauryn Hill. You can't pay these motherfuckers enough to show up to this shit.
But I mean, the fact that it's like the Hip Hop 50th, and if I'm looking at this right, 2 of the 4 headliners are West Coast dudes, I'm like, that's strange. Like, all right, so we got Snoop Dogg and Cube, right? Mm-hmm. And you're thinking like maybe we can throw in like I don't think Dre will do it. Game? Maybe Game?
Nah.
All right. So, like I said, you're looking at this lineup, and it's kind of like it's good, but I'm like, so you plan on being? I'm guessing you're gonna get there way before doors start. You're gonna get your.
I mean, you got to find parking and all of this, and then I'm gonna try to get there early. Fuck that. Try to beat traffic and all this.
You got to find parking. It's on a Friday.
It's on a Friday. You're gonna hit that rush hour.
You gotta get it. So I'm guessing you're not going to the office that day, is you?
Nah, I'm gonna have to take that day off. Fuck that. Leave my house like at fucking 1 p.m. Get there by like 2, 3. Get parking. Walk to the venue. To the stadium. Get in line.
Are you a buy a t-shirt guy?
Not normally, no. If I see something real dope, I'm like, all right, I'm gonna rock. And if the price is, considerate. I mean, I'm not gonna go in there and spend $45 on a shirt that says, hip hop 50th anniversary. I'm not gonna do that. But if the prices are decent, if the shirt looks all right, I'll fuck it, I'll get it.
Yeah, some dude was trying to sell me like some t-shirt at the picnic yesterday. I was like, how much? He was like 35. I was like, nigga, I'll give you, give me 3 for 30. You're like, man, you pay shirt 35. Like, the shit is over. It's old now. Ain't nobody gonna want the shirt from the old shit. You want to get it so you can wear it to the shit. It's over. Right. So you might as well cut me a deal. He walked a little funky ass away, man. Like, all right, man, fuck your little fake ass shirt. I was trying to do you a solid. Now you're gonna sit there with all these root shirts you're gonna be using to wash your fucking car. Fuck off.
So I mean, I'm gonna buy tickets. Like, that's an automatic. I don't, I'm trying to convince you to fucking show. I don't know why your ass paid $150 per ticket to go to the Roots shit and Philly.
Oh, not per. It was not per. That was for 2 days. Not per. That was for 2 days.
I mean, I have no problem paying $50. I mean, to go to Yankee. Granted, we're gonna have to pay tolls and parking. Okay, minimum 100 just to get into the shit, but
right. But where are they going to sit you? Are they going to sit you in little funky ass Yankee Stadium bleachers?
I'm assuming. I mean, how many people can you fit on the actual field?
A lot, probably.
Because figure, I'm going to assume. I'd like to assume that for the 50th anniversary of hip hop, you could get 20, 30. I'm not going to say they're going to sell out Yankee Stadium. I don't expect that. Mm-hmm. But if tickets are going to be reasonably priced, and it's the 50th anniversary of hip hop, I figure you could get people from, let's say, from 25 years old all the way up to like maybe 50 years old, or quote unquote old heads. And with this lineup, this is mostly your old head lineup, right? It's for, you know what I'm saying? You would figure I could probably fit 20,000 people in there. I would like to think.
The answer to your question is Thursday. You'll find out Thursday. You see what seats are available and where.
Right.
Because hopefully they got a big enough screen to show everybody.
Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Far left, far right, liberal, conservative, Trump, Biden, Democrats, Republican. Feel like you don't fit into either camp at this point? Me either. The Middle American Podcast is your home for discussing life and politics from the fastest growing and largest portion of the American electorate, the independent voter. Join in on the weekly political discussions on national, local, and pop culture topics from a viewpoint largely ignored in the media, the middle.
I mean, I'm sure, and then they'll use a lot of the field for like the stage and shit. So most of the fields are going to be the stage. I'm sure they'll have some seating, some special limited edition seating on the actual field that'll probably be worth a couple $100. I mean, the $50 tickets will probably be, in the bleachers or wherever the fuck in the stands and shit.
All in the nosebleeds. You're going to do that. You're going to pay $50 to get some cardio to walk all the way up the fucking stairs. You hope somebody gonna be on Instagram, probably live streaming it on their phones and shit like that. I want to do that the concert, but like the signal was like, I guess there's too many phones going on. The signal was shit.
What are the chances motherfuckers are gonna be smoking weed at Yankee Stadium?
1,000%. It's legal in New York. It's legal in New York. Here's the thing. Okay.
Yeah, but it's not technically legal to smoke indoors. I don't know if that stadium is considered outdoor venue or is it considered indoors?
Is there a fucking roof? Then it's outdoors.
All right.
It's literally outdoors. Okay. And this is how it goes with security. Security ain't got time to trying to brush through the crowd to put out one nigga joint. It's a lot of people in there smoking. So they're going to keep like picking out disparate. They're trying to break up the violence and the fights. They're not worried about nobody getting high. If you high, that means you mellow. Smoke it up. I don't care. That means you watching the show, you getting high, you ain't bothering nobody. You sitting there faded. So you're only going to hire, like you said, let's say it's going to be 20,000 people, right? How much security are you going to hire? 100, 200? Like what, 1,000?
It's going to be mad cops in there, but there's usually a lot of cops in there when the Yankees play.
Yeah.
The whole NYPD be in that motherfucker.
yeah, but them Yankee niggas be wild. Them in there fighting other fans and shit like that. Like,
so for this, you figure they're going to have a bunch of people smoking weed and drinking. I wonder what they're going to be selling as far as food, and I wonder how much they're going to be charging for drinks and shit.
A lot.
Because I know how expensive shit is for a Yankee game.
Right. So you can't expect them to be no different. They're going to charge a lot. Are you expecting to like charge it like less? Like let's say they had like a commemorative hip hop 50th like old E bottle. Mm-hmm. Like, would you buy it?
I'll probably buy it.
Right, it's different.
Or the souvenir cup that you can fill it with whatever drink you want. You know what I mean?
Yeah, get a little free refill like a little bitch, like it's a movie theater. It's like I go back, go out the seats. Like, excuse me, but I gotta go back to concession stand. I get a free refill in my cup. And man, sit your motherfucking ass down.
That's where I'm gonna be at August 11th. And August 11th, and it just occurred to me, and this was by pure coincidence, that hip hop's birthday's in August, and our podcast's birthday's in August.
Really?
Our very first episode was August 16th of 2020.
That's still not inspiring me to go.
Hip hop is August 11th of 1973.
We 5 days older than hip hop.
Younger. Well, we first started our shit 5 days after.
5 days after. It's not inspiring me to go to this fucking thing. I said, well, that's the thing. All right, I'm not going to say no. I'm more likely going to say no, but I'm not going to say no right now. I'm just going to let me see where the tickets are and where they're seated. Because they get some dumb shit way up in the 300 section. I'm like, for $50? And then, like I said, the Easy Pass is going in, so they're going to charge you $20 for toll by sending you some shit in the mail. You got to pay for parking. Like, for these niggas? All
right, man, let's move on, man.
Put in a real fucking show. $50. I want all $50 worth. I need Snoop Crip walking up and across the stage, back and forth for like an hour. And the shit started at 6. When is this going to be over? That's a lot of acts.
Yeah, I know.
I can see, like, that would be some shit that would fire if you stress it as, like, a festival over a couple of days.
But it's Yankee Stadium, you know what I'm saying? So, I mean, but then again, the fact that it's on a Friday, that means the Yankees are going to be away that weekend. So they probably don't got nothing else planned unless they have something planned for, like, that Saturday where the stadium is like, all right, we need y'all out of here by this time so we could get ready for tomorrow's show, whatever. If it's gonna be organized, then they'll probably have guys come in, do one verse and get the fuck off.
I mean,
like they do at the Grammys or like they do at those type of award shows where they compress everything into like a 10-minute set. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but you get emotional like, yo, you ain't played my shit. Like, no. I got 7 minutes on the set, dog. You gonna get some shit like Ghost, and you're gonna get Run, and that's it. I got 2 songs and I'm out. That's
the whole song. You get a verse from each song.
I like it when like you have a DJ there. He plays a beat. He says like 8 bars. He plays the next beat. He does like 8 bars. Like they never finish the whole song. Usher did that shit, but he got so many songs. It's like,
but we talked about this before. We talked about the Ja Morant shit before. Remember?
Mm-hmm.
And we know a suspension is coming.
Yeah, don't worry about that.
Because the commissioner Adam Silver released a statement, and he said, "We've uncovered a fair amount of additional information. We probably could have brought it to a head now, but we've made the decision that it would be unfair to these players and these teams to announce that decision in the middle of this series." So they're going to wait till the NBA Finals is over because they don't want to distract from that shit. And then they're going to hand the hammer down to this motherfucker.
Mm-hmm.
They're going to be like, motherfucker, you suspended for the year or something to that effect. I'm expecting some shit like that.
I'm either going to be half season or whole season, one of the two.
Mm-hmm.
I'll probably say a half.
I say he's going to be suspended for a season, and they're not going to let him play in the postseason, and we'll see your ass next year.
Season's excessive, though.
Hey, they're going to make an example out of him, bro. Don't be waving pistols. Don't be making us look foolish out here, B.
But he didn't shoot nobody.
Yeah, well, is that what we're waiting for?
Yeah, like the punishment don't fit the crime. Like you're just some idiot in a car waving a gun around. I'm not saying that I see that often. I'm saying that people do wave around guns in cars, but is it worth your whole season? Because I mean, okay, so the shit happened before. You said you went to rehab, got a little therapy, got things sorted out, and you was back in 8 games. All right, cool. Now, whatever was done before, you took the action to try to make it proactive, so on and so forth. So if you sat out 8 games, let's say you make them sit out 25, maybe 30, Hell yeah. Like, yeah. Like Jermaine O'Neal got like 20, 25 games for that Malice in the Palace shit. Ron got suspended for the rest of the season. Steven Jackson got suspended the rest of the season. You know why? Because they was in the crowd fighting motherfuckers. Like that, the punishment fit the crime. Jermaine O'Neal trying to get off the court, stealing off on people. He got 25. Like, it's still a bad act.
That was a damn
bad look.
shame, too. They made that shit made Reggie retire. That was the best team Reggie Miller ever had.
And they was smoking the Pistons that night.
They was about to go all the way to the finals, and then they do that. They pull that dumb shit. Reggie Miller was like, "Fuck this, man. I'm out of here, man."
They was smoking their fucking boots. They had to beat. They had Detroit beat. They was kicking their ass all night. But again, the crime has the punishment has to fit the crime. You got to suspend, Steven. You got to suspend Ron for all of that shit.
That was a squad, bro. They had O'Neal,
Ron Artest, Steven Jackson, Jamal Tinsley, Reggie Miller.
Damn.
They had a lot of dudes. But the problem is that you're starting small forward, you started shooting guard, went into the crowd, starts swinging on everybody. Once you see that, like, all right, y'all got to sit down for the rest of the season. Jermaine slid across the floor because some dude was coming out there, and he cracked on dude. He got 20 and 25. So like it was reasonable. He was in defense of somebody, and he shouldn't have threw the punch, but he threw the punch, whatever. Josh sitting there in a car, dancing around with a gun. He ain't shot nobody. Nobody shot at him. I'm not saying that it's like just because you carry weapons is going to lead to violence, but I'm saying that I don't think he needs to suspend the boy for the year. Like he didn't do anything like extremely egregious. The only thing he really made an ass out of is himself. The only reason he gets suspended for a year because the league is like, you're not fucking up the money, and the only reason they might do that is because they really, really, really do need him. Like.
Yeah, but they probably thinking about investors and sponsorships. You know what I'm saying?
They think about
sponsorships are gonna be like, yeah, Nike, whoever else. They're gonna be like, yeah, we're not fucking with y'all. Y'all got these dudes waving pistols. Y'all fucking up our bag. You know what I mean? We're gonna pull these sponsorships.
Like even right now, like the Ja Morants are hard to get, but it was like kind of like with Kyrie's was the shit, and then all that shit went down with him, and they kind of let that part go. Now they're kind of dealing with this like here, and they can't have it. But they say you don't want to suspend him for a year because you get a better story him coming back, his redemption team getting his shit together, things like that. So you don't want to off him. But maybe, like I said, maybe 25 games, 30, something like that. But the whole season for just being a dumbass, it's a bit much.
All right. Before we go, this is the topic I want to discuss with you right quick. Because recently, my man Neil deGrasse Tyson went on an interview, and he said that scientifically speaking, the white man resembles monkeys more than the black man does. And, historically, that's been the biggest racial slur, right? Oh, black, you're an ape, you're a monkey, whatever the fuck, right?
Oh, I know one that tops that, but continue.
Well, yeah. And I called you, and I mentioned this to you. I'm like, yo, did you see this interview? He was like, nah, I broke it down to you. And it occurred to me that what we've been calling racism this whole time might actually be colorism. And we talked about colorism when we did the episode about who can say the N-word, if you're biracial, but if you're white skinned, you can't say it. But if you're biracial, but if you're dark skinned, it's more accepted, right? That's colorism, correct? Yes. So when racists say, a black man looks like a monkey or he looks like an ape, that's colorism. Why? Because the only thing, and deGrasse Tyson, enlightened me to this. The only thing that they even have in common is that of their darker complexion, right?
Yes.
Everything else, the white man resembles more of a fucking monkey. And let's talk about it.
Sure, man. You want? Yeah.
And this is scientifically speaking, right?
Uh-huh.
Who is more fucking hairy? A white man or a black man? And I'm sure, and I'm not saying there's no hairy black men and everybody got hairy. I'm hairy as fuck.
Yeah, this conversation going sideways.
But what I'm saying is, when you think of hairy motherfuckers, you don't automatically think of a black man. I know I don't.
Like Mike's hairy. Mike's hairy and red, which is weird.
Right.
It's a weird combination. Sorry, Mike, but
shout out to Mike She.
Yeah, like it's just the red hair it just cracked me up when I met him. Like it's red hair everywhere. Oh shit, okay.
Like historically, when you see black males or black people in general, they're hairy by choice, right? They let their beard grow, whatever the fuck, they let their afro grow. That's by choice, right?
Yeah, mine was a choice, man. I was going bald, so I need to keep some hair before I grew a beard and all that.
Correct. But you see these motherfuckers And they hairy as fuck. They back, they arms, they shoulders, they chest, they legs. Everything's fucking hairy. Yo, they knuckles. That's that monkey DNA. That's the ape-like genetics, right?
I think you just found the title of the show. That's that monkey DNA. you just nailed it. There you go.
That sounds a little racist. That might be in this that is that racist segment.
Hell no. You but if you headline a show saying that's that monkey DNA, like I gotta see what the fuck they talking about. This all right.
That's that monkey DNA.
Where are you taking me with this? Seriously.
I got that monkey DNA. Isn't that a Kendrick Lamar song?
It's stupid because okay. Like are we the problem is that like okay, let's say Neil deGrasse Tyson, who's extremely intelligent, he makes a statement. And he's saying it off a purely scientific base. Like purely, nothing else. Like not trying to denigrate anybody. This is purely from a scientific fashion. We're saying that if you look at the shape, model, and mold of monkeys, they seem more befitting to white people than anything else.
Correct.
The thing that they're saying about monkeys when it comes to black people isn't necessarily the whole look or the darker thing. It's like the wider nose and the bigger lips is where the whole monkey things come from.
Hey, hold on. Bigger lips. Let's talk about lips because monkeys don't have big lips. Guess what monkeys and apes have? They have thin lips. Guess who historically has thin lips?
See, then you be here talking about I hate white people. This sounds
No. These are facts. No. I'm talking factual, scientifically right now. I'm not talking about no racism. I'm biased. No, I'm not talking about none of that shit.
Okay, I'm with you.
I'm telling you that white people historically have thinner lips than black and brown people. Is that correct?
I'm guessing so. Does that mean that it can whistle better?
I don't know. That sounds like a racist comment. And what I'm saying is monkeys and apes have thin lips. Okay. So that's another example of how they're more closely resemble the white man. And then another thing, you've seen those videos, right, of where monkeys are like picking each other's lice and eating them shits? Mm-hmm. There's like 2-3 of them behind each other just eating each other's lice.
Yeah.
Guess who historically has more lice in their heads than black and brown folks? This is fact right now I'm spitting. These are stats. This is statistically speaking.
Look, you want to ride this wave, dog. I understand.
Dog, I'm telling you statistics, bro. Mm-hmm. The white man statistically contracts lice
this show
more than the black and brown man does.
This show sounds 5% than the motherfucker, boy. I'm about to put a kufi on. This shit about to get wild. Fucking brother Akbar, brother De La Rosa over here got some fucking glasses and shit. Like the book says that they out here living with lice in their hair, brother. You know what lice is? It's disease in your head that seeps into your mind. That means the poisonousness of the white man's like, what the fuck? Nigga.
Hey, this is not even an anti-white. This is not even an anti-white episode. I'm not trying to spew anti-white rhetoric.
Here's the thing. I'm
hitting you with scientific and statistical facts.
I know, but you sound like a white person saying
about
something like
that besides the color of their skin, the white man resembles monkeys more than the black man does. Therefore, and furthermore, we should immediately, or not us, but racist people should immediately go to the ape and the monkey and the chimpanzee diss and racism towards blacks. They should eliminate that automatically.
You know, this is like
because it's not factual. It's not based on anything factual.
This is like reverse caucasity. Like it's not like a white person wilding out. It's like it's a person of color making a white person's argument. It's like they're kind of like white people's like you know black people make up most of the prison population, which is technically true. They don't really get to the root behind it. Like the whole thing is like, white people resemble monkeys more. And I'm like, all right, let's take that to be fact. Let's take it to be scientific fact. What does it do about anything? Like, just because, and that's the beauty of like being white. Cause like, even if that shit happens to be 100% true, they're still gonna call black people monkeys and throw bananas at them anyway. It won't change it. What the black, like, what was it? I think what was it? The guy's named Vicinus Jr. something like that. He's a man of color. He plays soccer in the European League, and like I think he got somebody thrown in the game for saying some kind of racist statements, and won a game, somebody threw a banana on the field, something else like that. So what just happened? They threw the banana on the field, and he was like, hold up, you resemble monkeys more than I do, so you should have this banana back, because this is more befitting to you. Now, I'm not saying that'd be some fly shit. I think it might be kind of insane, but that's the kind of argument that we're having. Like, if we're saying that someone is something more like this than that, so you probably shouldn't be calling these people that. That shit isn't a lexicon. Just like nigga is like monkeys is going to be there. Like, they just can't help themselves. They shouldn't say it, but they do. To reverse back a couple years ago, remember, it was a big uproar when it was that the little black kid in the hoodie from the Gap, and it was like big like biggest it was like biggest monkey in the jungle, some shit like that, and people got real offended by it. And like, I get it, I know where it's coming from, but that seems kind of whatever in regards to this. But it happened. So just because someone proves it to be scientifically true doesn't mean that it's going to just erase the racist intent or the fashion that people are going to use it. They're going to say wild shit because they want to say wild shit, and they don't say it. I always said the problem with racist white people is that their racism is just old. Like, they don't come up with anything new. You're remixing the same old shit. You've been calling us monkeys forever. You're going to keep calling us down because you can't think of anything better. You had some other shit back in the day. Spear chucker, porch monkey, some some wildly alliterative creative shit. I ain't going to go back to, the same old classics. So just because deGrasse Tyson said that, white people are like monkeys doesn't mean they're not going to stop calling us monkeys. So it's good information to have.
Well, let's start calling them monkeys.
And they could be like, what? You're a monkey. Nope. No, I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that.
I just thought it was interesting when, that deGrasse Tyson would bring that up.
It is. I'm not doing that because you'd be like, a white person call you monkey, be like, no, man, you're a monkey. Then he'd be like, nah, man, you know what? You're a nigger. See? And then shit starts escalating. You come sometimes.
And then you
like,
hear
that.
And then you hear the blows.
Yo, what? It's just a misconstrued piece of knowledge. No one needs to call anybody anything. My whole thing is that don't call nobody shit unless you're ready to fight. And most people say that in a crowd of people or with people behind them, it's going to have their back. I don't see somebody just walking the streets just saying racial epithets left and right to people because fades have to be run. They generally don't happen that way. So if the general rule is, even if Neil deGrasse Tyson again says this thing is scientifically proven to be true, perfectly fine. My thing is that unless you know how to fight, you probably shouldn't say it to certain people because either you're going to kick their ass or they're going to kick your ass, but somebody's going to end up in a fight, depending on the class of the person that you're dealing with. So if you don't say it, you won't get hit. But if you talk shit, you get hit. So Neil deGrasse taught us something. He also taught us, like, well, don't fucking fight. You might lose your teeth.
But yeah, man, just remember that the debate is lost when slander is the tool of the loser. We're going to try to give y'all something else this week as well. Shout out to the Culture crew. The Culture.
Bye, monkeys.
Thanks for listening to the Culture Podcast.
We hope you enjoyed today's episode.
For more info and updates, connect with us on our website, theculture.one, or on Facebook at The Culture Podcast 2020, or follow us on Twitter and YouTube at The Culture 2020.
I always follow them.
Please subscribe to the show and leave reviews and comments where you listen to podcasts.